Hi, my name is Pauline Nordin and I'm the founder of Fighter Diet. Today I'm gonna take you through my back workout. It's a typical workout where I have a lot of exercises and short rest between the time. It's typical for hypertrophy or to building muscle, but also increases strength. I don't train like this all the time, but it's kind of like periodized, a few weeks at a time, and then back to regular strength, less volume, and more rest. For this workout, you're gonna do about 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. But when I get fatigued, you're gonna see that I might drop the weight to get the reps in. Don't let this workout make you all, ooh, it's so many exercises, because it goes fast. It's gonna be done in 40-45 minutes. Let's get started with the first exercise. It's a double dumbbell row on a bench. I like to start with rows because it's an exercise that trains your whole upper back. I set the bench on a very slight incline, and that is so I can lay on the bench and support my lower back. It's really good to focus on my upper back that way without feeling like I'm getting tired in my lower back. So that's why I'm on the bench. My best tips for a back that is amazing is to have proper technique. So you don't want to hunch your shoulders or roll your shoulders forward, do like this. You gotta squeeze the shoulder blades like you have a little walnut between the shoulder blades and pull your shoulders down. If you don't do that, you're kind of missing out on a lot of muscle action there. So really squeeze and squeeze. That's all rows are about. From the first dumbbell row, we're gonna go over to a wide grip barbell row. I'm in the same position because I really like that one and it feels good for my lower back and I have control. The difference here is the grip. So when we have this one versus a wide grip, with a wide grip, it turns a little bit more up to the rhomboids and trapezius between your shoulder blades. Small changes, but it triggers different muscle fibers. It's important to not start to cheat up and down. You want to have your sternum, your chest down on the bench, because if you start to come up like a seal or something, you miss the purpose. Then you can just do a regular barbell. So you get the best effect if you're strict with it. Next is the one-arm dumbbell row. It's a typical staple exercise that everyone does in their own way. What's important is to not rotate a lot in your spine. So you want to keep your shoulders square and then just lift to one side as far up as you can. Pull the dumbbell towards your hip instead of towards your shoulder. Because if you want to kind of take out the biceps from this, it's very important to do an angle more like 90 rather than this. In general, when I train one side at a time, like unilateral training, I don't rest between left and right. I just do one side, the other side, one side, the other side. That's why you get a lot of work done, and you also get your heart rate up, so you're gonna get a little bit of cardiovascular benefits as well. After all the rows, 3 in a row, I'm moving over to the pull exercises. Pull-ups with the wide grip and followed by a neutral grip. So I do first with 10 reps with the wide grip, and then I follow it up and move in the arm, and I keep on going. Anytime you change the grip, your body's like, wait, it has to change a little bit too, so we stimulate as many muscle fibers as possible. With a compound pull-up set, it's important to remember that don't rest between the 2 sets of wide and neutral. Wait until both sides are done, and if you're like me, I don't rest then either. I wait until all sets are done. And you're gonna see, I got tired, so I had to help myself. So I do some negatives in order to stay in that kind of rep range that I wanna be for this workout. I get more tired of the wide grip rather than the neutral grip. So since I'm gonna be going into the neutral grip pre-fatigued, it makes more sense to do that. Otherwise, I would have to up the weight, get more assistance to be able to do the wide grip. It can be a little hard to stay on the assisted pull-up machine when you're just holding on to it. So what I do is I secure my foot and my ankle around the seat. When you do that, just make sure that your machine isn't gonna chop your foot away, because that would suck. We're not done with pull-ups yet. I love them too much. So we're gonna do another version, and that is medium grip bilateral pull-ups. So I like to do stagger reps, and stagger reps is pretty much like a pulsing move in either the top position, middle position, or in the bottom. So I do those and then go into a full rep after, 1.5 reps. The kind of like total tension is very long. And then after that, I rest for 30 seconds. As you see, I don't always make my goals of 10 to 12 reps for one set. I overestimate my strength and my stamina. So when you see me change the weight through that set, it's not a drop set on purpose. It's just that either I have the choice to keep on going, and with that I have to have lighter weight, or I have to stop. And if I stop, I haven't met my goal of reaching 10 to 12 reps. When I train, I usually don't go to failure for many reasons. One, you get tired, it's more risky and you can end up getting injured. But also, there's actually no scientific fact that says that you have to go to failure to build muscle. And I've done well with that part, so I just do as much as I feel is like a comfortable fatigue, but I wouldn't have me down puking on the floor to prove a point. At this point in the workout, you should feel like, isn't she done yet? Like, how many more exercises do I have? And start to wonder, where's the light in the tunnel? You're supposed to feel you're working it. And make sure that you're watching your time, because people think, oh, I'm doing 30 seconds, and then, oh, 5 minutes are gone. After all the rows and the pull-ups, we're gonna go into a compound set, seated V-grip cable row and behind the neck pull-downs. With a seated row, it can be hard to get a good contraction between your shoulder blades because with a narrow grip, your elbows will flare out. So what I like to do, keeping my torso pretty straight, a little bit lean forward, so I can really get a good squeeze instead of just using my lower back as kind of a lever. The reason why I like the rear behind the neck pull down is that I like the feeling between my shoulder blades. Just go light first and learn the movement, and pick a weight that you know for sure you can do 15 reps, because you're gonna get fatigued after each round anyway, and I prefer that you do a few more reps on this one than you just like, ah, that hurt. In between my sets, I like to just do some light stretching, nothing that I hold for a long time, because static training can actually interfere with your strength. So it's more about just like making sure that I feel I have a good range of motion, and also if something is wrong, I can kind of catch it before I'm in the middle of set and just, oh, there was a tendon that just like blew. I don't want that to happen, so I pay attention to how my body feels between the sets. Next up is the rhomboid adductions, laying on the bench just like I did with the rows. And then the trick here is to underestimate your strength and pick up light dumbbells. It's very important to remember you're weaker than you think. So don't go for the big dumbbells. Don't take the ones you use for regular training. Anytime you do a static hold, it's gonna be lightweight. I go all the way up and then I hold it for maybe 2 seconds. And that is very hard to do with a lot of weight. And if I do 50, 20, 25 pounds with rear delt raises, I'm here doing 5 pounds. So this is not a mass movement, this is a detail work. I like it so much because it feels awesome between my shoulder blades, where I really wanna kind of make sure that I didn't forget any muscle fibers at all. So I like, can I really feel everything there? There's almost like a trick to learn how to pose to, and mind-muscle connection is re-established there really well. Now we're moving into the last part of the workout, where it's more about detail, not mass moving. And the first exercise here is gonna be the single arm pull over. And I do it in a cable, pretty erect in my body. And I just pull it down with the shoulder down and really squeeze my shoulder. The starting position in the lat pullover will be different depending on the machine and if you're tall, you're short, and so on. There's nothing else special about it. If you're on your knees or you're standing up, same thing. Your muscles won't know. And I do it one arm at a time, and I also don't rest between left and right. There are some negatives in there too, because again, if I can't go to the rep range, what do? I just help myself. So eccentric or negatives, like you help yourself down to a position, then slowly release it on the way up. To get an effect from the lat pullover, it's important to remember to not turn it into a push down. The triceps is gonna be active, so keep it almost straight and then all the way down. And another thing I want you to pay attention to, don't start to be like you're gonna beat the heck out of the machine. You know, I see people do this and like trying, I'm like, hey, you're doing a pullover. So this is a move where you wanna be rigid, you don't wanna cheat. If you cheat, do something else, but this is a move you have to pay attention to, really focus on it. Next exercise, and the last one, is the cable raise. I use a straight bar and I have a shoulder width, a little bit wider grip, and I thrust it. So it's very much like the kettlebell thrust, but more strict. And I love this exercise because it trains the whole trapezius, but also the lower part of it, which is usually very weak in people. And that muscle part is important for shoulder stability. I prefer the overhand grip because I feel it's better for my biceps actually, as in I don't want to activate them, I don't want to strain them. When I have an underhand grip, I can feel like it doesn't feel really good for me, but if it does for you, try different versions. The cable raise is not a mass movement, and don't put the whole stack down just because you can press it. This is an exercise where you wanna really focus with your mind what part of the muscle are you working on. Because if you only care about lifting it, you're gonna see the strongest part, the upper trapezius, it's gonna take over. So again, you have to know, what am I training? Instead of just go to the gym like, oh, I'm ego, I'm just gonna lift everything. This workout you can do 1 or 2 or 3 times a week, but don't do it for an extended time. Again, periodize. So for instance, do this workout Monday and Thursday for 6 weeks, then move over and do strength for 6 weeks. And then you can go back to this. The full breakdown of this workout you find at Bodybuilding.com. Read the article below. If you have questions for me, want to know something about my workout style or my nutrition, you can visit me at fighterdiet.com and also on social media. I'm on Facebook, Pauline Nordin. For more articles and workout videos like mine, go to Bodybuilding.com and you're gonna see all these amazing athletes inspire you and motivate you and provide you with all the workouts you need.